Hi everyone, Ben from Grasp Guitar here. Welcome to part 4 on these lessons on scale patterns for the major scale shapes. If you haven't already got these scale shapes, you get them free when you subscribe at graspguitar.co.uk. There's an exclusive video lesson on them and also a downloadable PDF which you can print out and use along with these lessons. In this part, we're going to carry on from the previous 2 parts where we used the 3rd interval and the 4th interval. We're going to be using the 5th and 6th interval in this one. We're going to stick with G major, and we're going to use the E2 fingering to start off with, and I'll work my way all the way up through the 7 different shapes. Let's start off with the 5th interval. So we can start 3rd fret on the bottom E string with our 2nd finger, and find the 5th interval from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There it is, note D. Next note of the scale A. Find the 5th interval from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Note E. And carry on all the way up like that. So here we go. All the same permutations apply to 5th and 6th intervals as they did to the 3rd and 4th interval. You can go up the 1st interval and down the next. You can go down the 1st interval and up the next. Or you could just go down each of the intervals. For the sake of this lesson, I'm just going to go up the interval of the 5th on the way up and down it on the way back down the scale shape. So we've just done the E2 fingering, let's do the E1 fingering next. Fingering next. Do the A4 fingering. A1 fingering. And finally the E4 fingering. So that's the 5th interval. Next, let's do the 6th interval. To change things around a little bit, I'm going to go up the 1st interval and down the next one, all the way up and down this one, just to add a little bit of interest. So 6th interval, G major scale. Let's do the E1 fingering. D1 fingering. A4 fingering. idea, and finally the E4 fingering. And that's the 6th interval through all 7 major scale shapes, which only leaves now the 7th interval, and then we're up to an octave. We'll look at those next time, and following on from that, maybe some more interesting patterns, including arpeggio shapes. But for now, have a play around with the 5th and 6th intervals, and stay tuned to the next part. Bye for now.